There was a time when hating your job eventually led to one obvious thought: I'll just find another. That thought feels a lot more dangerous now. People are staying in jobs they don't particularly like, working for bosses they can't stand, commuting to places they don't want to go, and quietly telling themselves the same thing: at least I have a job. And that sentence tells you a lot about where we are. Because there's a huge difference between staying somewhere because you're happy and staying somewhere because you're afraid of what happens if you leave. Think about how different work felt when you believed there were options. If your boss treated you badly, maybe you started looking around. If another company offered better money, you considered jumping. If you were completely miserable, there was at least this feeling that somewhere out there might be something better. That possibility gave workers a little power. But when the job market starts feeling uncertain, everything changes. Suddenly, the annoying manager becomes tolerable. The terrible schedule becomes manageable. The raise you didn't get becomes something you'll bring up next year. You start swallowing things you normally wouldn't because the alternative feels worse. And companies can feel that too. When workers aren't confident enough to leave, employers don't have the same pressure to convince them to stay. That's when the relationship between workers and companies starts shifting. But here's the part I think gets overlooked. People staying in their jobs sounds like stability. Sometimes it's actually fear. There's a strange kind of economic anxiety that happens when your entire life starts depending on keeping one paycheck coming. Rent is waiting. The phone bill is waiting. Groceries are waiting. The electric company doesn't care whether you're burnt out. So you keep showing up. You sit in traffic. You answer the emails. You smile during the meeting. You tell everybody you're doing fine. And maybe you're not. Maybe you have been thinking about leaving for 6 months. Maybe you have opened up job websites late at night and stared at hundreds of listings. Maybe you have even applied to some of them and nothing happened. After a while, you stop looking. That's when something deeper changes. You stop asking, what do I want to do? You start asking, what can I afford to risk? Those are completely different questions. And I think that mentality is spreading beyond work. People hesitate to move. They hesitate to start businesses. They hesitate to go back to school. They hesitate to change careers. They hesitate to take chances. Because taking a chance requires believing there's somewhere safe to land if it doesn't work. Modern adulthood already feels like walking around carrying a backpack full of bills. Add uncertainty about employment, and suddenly every major life decision feels heavier. That's why I don't think we should celebrate people simply staying in their jobs without asking why they are staying. A healthy economy shouldn't just mean people are employed. It should mean people feel like they have choices. You should be able to believe that if one door closes, another door might actually open. Because without that confidence, work starts becoming something different. It stops being a relationship between two sides that need each other. It becomes something people desperately hold on to. And once enough people become afraid to leave bad situations, those situations don't have much reason to improve. Maybe that's the warning hiding underneath all of this. The most revealing thing about a job market isn't how many people are working. It's whether people still believe they are free to walk away.